Hey guys, Eddie in here, and today we're going to be starting our first cyberpunk city building. After I learned how to lava cast, I was thinking we're probably going to do most of the buildings made out of cobblestone and just go crazy with lava casting, but you know, shape them up a little bit, make them look a bit nicer. But I think our first building, we are actually going to try to build it and place every single block, make it look nice. It's going to be that tall, and I think we're going to do a high-rise in this style, probably using deep slate pillars like this, and then this smooth stones around this, and then we'll have just windows around, and then a 2-block buffer right here. So yeah, we're gonna get to it. It's gonna take a lot of work. I made a kelp farm over there because we're gonna need a lot of, we're gonna have to smelt up all this stone, so that's gonna take a bit. And, of course, we'll need a ton of deep slate. So we are gonna be mining, but I do want to just start and try and see how much it's gonna take, because that's about a stack tall. So we're gonna need quite a few stacks of blocks, 96, I think. And the glass we're going to use here is probably going to be black or gray, so we're also going to need to work on the skeleton farm and get a squid farm going. Okay guys, so here's the basic outline. We're gonna have windows in here. We're gonna have this wall right here to, you know, be like kind of like an elevator or something. It'll be about this long, 3 windows on each side of the wall, and we'll try and wrap this around the other side. I haven't gotten my squid farm yet, so not able to dye the glass. So we'll probably put in the windows last. It's gonna be a long project, but I think it's going to be pretty fun, because that was easy to build. That didn't take too long, and really a lot of it was just figuring out what's going to go in here. So, let's see, from distance, the copper's in the way. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good, I'd say. We're going to save some space in the floor to put, like a kind of arch thing, or like some supports, and we'll just go up all the way from there. Just ring this whole thing around there, and we'll see. If it's really hard to build, then we'll probably just use cobble for the rest. But if it's not, then I think we're gonna keep doing this style. So we're out here at the ocean with a loaded inventory, and we're gonna be building a squid farm out here so we can get ink to make black stained and dark gray stained glass, because we're gonna be using that a lot in our cyberpunk city. Squid farms are pretty easy. Oh my goodness, look at how many ores are right there. That's kind of crazy. This mesas, they get you so much gold. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna be making our squid farm, and probably come out here and AFK on my other account. I actually have another Xbox Live account, and basically what I'll do is I'll just set my phone on and go to like one of our AFK farms and just AFK for the whole day. I've been doing that at the skeleton farm all day, so we just have so many bones. Oh, Tobias is here, so maybe he'll help me build the farm real quick. Anyways, this shouldn't take too long. Alright guys, so we had a leak issue. Like 2 blocks right here were broken, so I had to, well, it destroyed all the rails. So here's how you fix it. I thought this farm was basically a goner, because, you know, it's like, how are you supposed to get in here and replace the rails? You just need to go into swim mode by just placing some water and getting into the the 1 block high, 2 block long position. And that's how you fix this farm. So, you know, it's pretty likely that you might get a spill if any of these breaks, and it'll destroy everything. So all you have to do, just get into the swim mode and start placing back your rails. Alright guys, so what I did was I left my other player at the squid farm. There's a lot of fish and bone stuff going in there too, but that thing was really, it didn't take long to build. I mean, it took a while to fix the problem, but once I figured it out, it was okay. Anyways, we are gonna start working on this beautiful building right here. We have enough blocks to start. I just want to make the ring around and just kind of see, like, how big is this thing going to be, and kind of map out, like, the size and shape of it. Alright guys, so we've worked out the basic rough outline for how this build is gonna go, and we're gonna have to do the floor later, which is that down there part, because it's gonna be a little bit different. I probably want to use some of these the polished deep slate bricks, but yeah, basically next the plan is to just build this all the way up and just copy and paste this whole thing over and over again. And at the top there'll be some nice stuff, and then of course we'll have to fill this in with a bunch of farms and stuff. This is going to be my main central base, and of course there'll be tons of other buildings, probably lava cast buildings, but I did want to try building a nice one because I just want to see. I mean, it takes so little work. We're using 3 different blocks for this entire build, so I'm thinking that if we can harvest these are the 2 most common in the game, is the deep slate and the stone. Those are the easiest to get, so hopefully, yeah, we can get enough to build this whole thing. It's gonna go all the way up to the top of that, maybe even higher, but I gotta go resource gathering because we're close to out, although we have enough deep slate to start the pillars. So I've been mining a bit off camera, and we got quite a bit of deep slate. It's a good start, like the whole inventory filled up with it. I think this will be enough to do the pillars. We're just trying to get all the pillars built today so that we can start bringing the stone block rings around those, and then we'll start filling them in with windows. Alright guys, so aside from those 2 pillars right there, we've pretty much got all of the pillars finished. There's a bit more deep slate to place, which is good because we have a bunch more left. But yeah, we're gonna start doing the rings of windows and the stone. We've got a good amount of stone. Stone is very cheap and we have plenty of it, but just smelting it takes a while. We're gonna start building those now, but this building is really coming together. I mean, I can't believe how cheap it was to make all this. This is like the 2nd week of the realm, and I have barely played at all, so it's really impressive. I got all these resources in about an hour. So we're gonna start building these rings now. Alright guys, so This building has taken some time. Mainly it's just resource gathering. It's a lot of fun to build, actually. The glass is going to be such a grind, but this part's pretty fun. I think we've got enough just about calculated to finish off the last, be about 2 or 3 more window frames. Hopefully that'll be it. Then we can fill them in with the glass and then start building down. There's a lot of stone. We got a bunch of stone smelting up in there, and really it's just, it takes about 8 stacks of stone to go around a ring, so that's what's taking all my time. Whew, we finally did it, people. We built it. Oh shoot. It is barely high enough. If we're gonna have the roof be at this level, it's just, you know what that might be? Wow. It's barely high enough. That's amazing. Perfect height. I did have to shave the pillars down a little bit, but I mean, check this out, people. This is massive. So yes, now we need to fill in the windows. I'm gonna work on that panel on the side real quick. Probably see if we have enough blocks to start the foundation, because it's just floating right now. But yeah, we gotta fill every single one of these in. That's the real amount of blocks right here. It's not all that. It's this, placing all these glass panes. Panes are cheap, so I think we'll have plenty. The squid farm's been going crazy, so I think we'll be good. But I'm gonna work on the panel in the front here real quick, and just it's really happening. This wasn't that hard to build. Just resource gathering just took forever. So listening to lo-fi while just standing at the top of here looking out on the jungle, that's the feel right there. Might sound kind of weird, but that's what we're going after. So yeah, it's going pretty well. Alright, so we finished up the exterior. We got our nice entrance over here. This is actually the front of the building right here. And looking at it, I think it's too short. I think we're going to want to extend it like probably four more layers. Very expensive, I know, but you know, we want to go all out for this building. It's glass time. Got a bunch of black glass. The squid farm is doing amazing. And this is the make or break moment, just to see like how hard is this going to be to build, because placing probably, I think, 2,000 or 3,000 panes we have to place. So yeah, about to do that. Okay guys, so I did a lot off camera, maybe a bit too much, but basically I decided that, you know, placing every single window is just gonna take too much work and it's gonna be a pain. And I think it would also look better if we made the glass panes kind of smashed out. So check it out. Oh, also you could see I've started the floor down there. I forgot to record that part, but basically I decided to go for a rusty iron feel, but that kind of connects with the way I've done the panes here. So you can see they're all smashed out in pretty random pattern. Some of them are fully filled, especially the ones at the top where I'll be. But yeah, as you can see, they're just randomly smashed out. Basically, that's to look worn, to make this building look like a real, like, dystopian, like, abandoned factory or office building. And because, you know, the building actually looks really nice without the windows, and it looks a little bit too clean. We're gonna put some vines over it, make it look like the jungle has taken over it a little bit, and do a little bit with that. But you know, if I step out and take a look at it, you can see it looks really, it looks a bit too clean and a bit too good. Who's on? Someone's on. Billy the Peanut's on. Guy builds quite a bit. Let me climb this tree and I'll get a good look for you. Basically, you know, it looks modern, it looks new. The only thing that's keeping it to look old is all this smashed up glass, and of course the fact that the deep slate looks a bit dark and worn. As you can see, I have raised it quite a bit. We actually decided to go 4 more stories up, just because, you know, it, for how thick it is, it's a bit short. It actually looks quite short. Once it's up to that level, I think it'll be okay, and that will make it 12 stories tall, plus the bottom floor. Also, as you can see down here, I've started making some copper hallways. Copper is really expensive. I know it's for building, but this is 2 stacks right here. 2 stacks of copper blocks, 18 stacks of ingots. That's a lot, but I mean, just look how beautiful it looks. Very weathered and oxidized. It's amazing. You step out here. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do with this, but I think we're gonna use a lot of copper hallways, or just at least green or prismarine type hallways to look like this turquoise rusted feel. I really like the ground here, but we are gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do, how we're gonna get to the different farms. This is a mess, so much dirt. But yeah, it's really coming together. I mean, this realm is going on to be like a 3 weeks old or maybe a month old, and we've already got just the biggest building in all of the land. So I think this is really cool. We've accomplished a lot very quickly just because, you know, it's just stuck with a simple frame and kept going with it. I also like how I built this section right here. It's just kind of outlining a structure, and then we've got our big pillars, and this will be the entrance because we're going to look out onto our big lava cast cityscape out here. Probably not even lava cast, just because this was easy to build. Once we got a beacon, resource gathering will be a lot easier. So what I'm going to do now is, I think we're going to take a break from this building and go to the end, because we need new tools, and we need to start doing a lot of other things just besides working on this, because this is all I've been doing for the past week. Alright, anyways guys, I think that's going to have to wrap it up for today. Bit of a short episode, but I really worked a lot building this building, and it was quite a grind, so I didn't want to give you, you know, too much of just the same content over and over again. But yeah, I'm gonna probably do a bunch of mining off camera and a bunch of those grindy things, but we should get a good episode of end busting coming up pretty soon. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.